Hello, everyone. This is Kristen Mako with Futurity First Insurance Group, and welcome to Kristen's Nuggets of Knowledge. If you can't already tell, today's nugget of knowledge is going to be a little different than what you're used to. If you can't tell by my amazing attire, we are going to be going over a couple nuggets of knowledge on the coronavirus. Since that's what everybody is talking about, I wanted to get in on the action. I want to make sure that I let you know I am not a doctor, I am not a scientist. The research that I have been doing has been on very reputable sites, like the CDC, the WHO, and other very reputable health sites, one of them being Harvard University. I think I can trust them a little bit. Now, I know this coronavirus thing, when I first heard about it, I thought was absolutely crazy. I mean, people were going crazy. I went to the store one time and there was nothing on the shelf. Nothing on the shelf. I mean, vegetables, gone. Pastas, wiped out. And most certainly no toilet paper, which was horrible for me. That was one of the main things on my list. And I didn't realize people were snatching up all the toilet paper and the whole entire state. That kind of put me in the frame of mind to start thinking, what is this coronavirus thing all about? And the main thing is we don't have a vaccine for it. And that's a big issue for those people, especially those people that I work with, the Medicare eligible individuals. Most people that are either older or younger, as well as have compromised immune systems, are those that are more susceptible to this, and makes it actually very deadly for them. For individuals like myself, not so much. I mean, I may come down with a very small cold if I got it, or symptoms very similar to that of influenza. But many people are asking what they can do to protect themselves, as well as how to increase their immune system. I mean, that's one thing that we can do to help ward us from actually getting a virus or a cold. When we're looking at what we think we know about the coronavirus is how it spreads. Very typical of any type of virus, it spreads through physical contact as well as airborne particles from sneezing, coughing, you name it. Somebody sneezes that out and then you breathe it in, and then you get sick. If you are sick, I want to point out that all the websites I have looked up on have encouraged those individuals to stay home unless they really should go seek medical attention. Make sure that when they do call into their doctor, that they tell them their symptoms, and then their doctor will explain how they want to handle your situation. Another thing you can do if you are sick is make sure that you cover your coughs and sneezes. The sites that I went on recommended that you utilize the crook of your elbow. Doing this. Sometimes I feel that there is still space in between, so what I do, and like I said, not a doctor, not a scientist, I utilize a shirt or a coat to make sure that I cover my whole face. Just like this. That way, everything is contained in here and there's no ability for it to poof out the top or the bottom. So, that's just what I do. But not a doctor, not a scientist. I mean, look at me. And of course, if you feel that it might be just better for you to wear a mask and utilize gloves, then by all means do so. That way, you don't have to worry about contaminating anybody by accidentally sneezing, or, if in fact this virus can be transmitted through the oils on our skin. So if you're not sick, then how do we protect ourselves? Well, first and foremost, use good hygiene. Remember to always wash your hands. Now, before I went to culinary school, I thought that washing your hands was literally put some soap on there, do this, rinse, and you're done. What was that? Like 5, 8, maximum 10 seconds? The recommended amount is 20 seconds. That's actually a long time when you think about it. But you can either count in your head, which is boring, or there's several different good songs out there that their chorus is 20 seconds long. And I thankfully came up with a good list. We've got ABBA's Mamma Mia.
Here I go again, my, how can I resist you?
If you prefer a little bit more hip hop, you can go with Lizzo. She's got 2 different songs that you can utilize.
Why men great till they gotta be great? Don't text me, tell it straight to my face.
The other one is I Do My Hair Talk.
Check my nails, baby, how you feeling? Hair talk, check my nails.
If you want a couple throwback songs, we've got B-52s. Another really good one is Gloria Gaynor with great song to be singing if you want to survive the coronavirus outbreak. If you prefer a nice, good, slow song, you can always sing
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high.
Or if you prefer show tunes, the song is My Shot from Hamilton, the Broadway show.
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot.
You sing that twice. That is 20 seconds basically on the dot every time I do it. So while you're singing your fancy song or you're counting to 20, whatever you prefer, we want to make sure that we're washing our hands appropriately. Firstly, make sure that the water you're using is either warm, lukewarm, or cold. If you wash your hands with hot water, you risk having your skin crack. And having cracked skin allows you to be more susceptible to any infections. Firstly, we want to make sure that we're getting our palms in between our fingers, our fingernails, the backs of our hands, our wrists, and do not forget your opposable thumbs. So when you're washing your hands, singing your song in your head, make sure that you get all the appropriate spots, making sure that all the nooks and crannies are well taken care of and you're not missing any spots on your hands. I haven't been counting, I've been talking, so hopefully I got them all. And whenever we're ready and the 20 seconds is over, when we're rinsing our hands, rinse from your wrists down. Utilize either a paper towel to wipe your hands clean or one of those air things. And as you're leaving the restroom, just because you never know who didn't wash their hands, as I've seen it happen before, and it is actually kind of nasty to think about. Utilize that paper towel, the sleeve of your shirt, if there are none, to open the door. In practicing good hygiene, we also need to make sure that we're not touching our face or other people with unclean hands.
It really should be going. Get away from me!
And of course, use good hygiene when you're in the kitchen. When you're cleaning your food, when you're prepping it, and when you're cooking it, make sure that you utilize good cooking practices throughout the whole entire process. Because the last thing you need to have is food poisoning, wrecking your immune system for the coronavirus. Phew! All right. That's everything that I wanted to cover for how to protect yourself from the virus. Now we need to talk about how to boost our immune system. I want to get healthy. And how do I stay healthy? By boosting my body's natural ability, because our body is absolutely amazing. Be able to do so much stuff on its own, be able to heal. The best way to do that is to maintain a healthy weight. In maintaining a healthy body weight, there are several things that we can put into place. One of them is getting enough exercise. So make sure that you get your 30 minutes minimally of exercise a day. There are a lot of applications on your phone that you can download to be able to help you do that. There are also apps out there to give you money to work out. Check those out. That's kind of cool, isn't it? Make money while exercising. Sounds great, doesn't it? Oh, yes, it does. I do it. We need to make sure that we're maintaining a good, healthy diet. So consuming lots of fruits and vegetables and those products that are high in zinc. Zinc is a mineral and also an antiviral. And being an antiviral, it can help shorten an infection that you may have. Also, another good thing is raw garlic. Garlic possesses amazing antimicrobial properties that actually help you fight infections and bacteria. I know whenever I'm sick, people want to stay away from me because my breath stinks. But in the end, if I catch it early enough, I don't even have to go to the doctor. When I do start to feel sick, I do every morning after my breakfast, because I have to do it on a full stomach or else it burns my stomach, is to gnaw on a clove of garlic. Yum. As I said, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. This is just stuff that I do that helps me. Garlic has also been known to inhibit viruses, though it has yet to be proven to inhibit the coronavirus. So good to know, huh? Another thing that we can do to help maintain a good body weight is to reduce the amount of stress we have. I know that nowadays stress comes in so many different types of forms, but we need to make sure that we're doing everything that we can to reduce our stress. There are several articles that are linked to meditating and deep breathing and being able to reduce our stress dramatically. Even just a couple of times a day doing some deep breathing exercises will help reduce our stress by almost a third. Now that's a lot. There are apps on the phone also, free ones, that can help guide you through meditating and deep breathing exercises. Another thing we want to do is make sure we get adequate sleep. We all differ on the amount of sleep that our body needs. Typically, it's about 6 to 8 hours. And if you feel like you're starting to come down with something, tack on at least another hour. One of the last positive things that we want to make sure that we do in our lives to keep and maintain healthy body weight is to hydrate with water. Not alcohol, water. Water is amazing. Our bodies are basically made up of water. And the water helps us to absorb those nutrients that we get from the foods, the healthy foods that we eat. And it also helps us expel toxins out of our body. I mean, how cool is that? Like I said, our body is absolutely amazing when we treat it right. The one thing we want to make sure is that we do not hydrate with alcohol. Alcohol actually inhibits the immune pathways, therefore making us more susceptible to being sick, as well as decreases our body's resistance to getting infection. The last thing I want to tell people to remember not to do is don't smoke. As if it isn't common health knowledge, smoking slowly kills your lungs and inhibits them from doing their job to keep oxygen flowing to your body. I mean, I love oxygen. Oxygen helps keep me alive, and I want to keep it that way. Breathing is wonderful. So those are the main items to help keep your immune system up there and working as it should. If you have any other tips and tricks for individuals, please help and leave comments below. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you learned a little nugget of knowledge today about the coronavirus as well as boosting your immune system. Stay healthy, and we'll see you next time. Thanks so much. I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Yo, just like my country, I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot.